Urban now. Man in the Mirror, exclusive right there. We're gonna get into the interview with Royel, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. People are wondering the name change, the music. Who are you? Most people don't know who you are.
Right.
You're right in the cut. You're not out there like that. So we're gonna get into a little questions. For those who want to know who Royel Urban is, you're about to find out. All right. So first question: how long have you been rapping? Like, when did you start rapping?
I first started rapping when I was about, I guess you could say about 9 years old. I actually was singing before I actually started really taking rap serious. My father was actually a well-known artist. He was a singer back in the day, so that's how it kind of influenced me to, take on that role of doing music. So I guess you could say I started really doing music at around the age of 9. Rapping wasn't a choice, still isn't a choice that I'm going to do by itself. I kind of like to explore different genres.
Okay, were there any musical artists who inspired you, influences? Do you have a favorite group artist that you looked up to? Kind of like, man, that's my homies right there. I want to be like them, man. Like, I want to start spitting, man. Like, were there any heavy influences, groups you took a liking to growing up, starting out rapping?
Honestly, there's so many. I would take up this whole entire show.
Just give us like a top 3.
I'm gonna give you right now who's really influencing me and makes me want to continue to do what I do. Is artists like J. Cole.
J. Cole.
I really enjoy music.
Who that?
I enjoy people who make something positive sound cool. That's not really an easy thing to do in this industry.
True.
I appreciate artists like Lupe Fiasco. Of course, Drake. I guess it's my top 3 right now. That's really my main influence. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Good choices.
Okay, Sick Wit likes the choices. All right. Where does your inspiration come from to write? Where do you get your material, your lyrics, your concepts? Where's your mind set be? Where do you get your inspiration from to do what you do with your music?
Well, honestly, when I'm writing a song, my inspiration can come from pretty much anything. It could be my roommate, something he's going through, and I just kind of want to write something that kind of makes him feel, I guess, better. You know what I'm saying? Or can help him get through. Music is a medium. Helps people get through certain things. Usually my inspiration comes from something I'm going through. Something I'm going through within my life. Something that could have just happened with a female. I could have just had a breakup, and I wrote about it. Things of that nature.
Real. Where do you want to take your music? Are you trying to go big, or are you trying to keep it underground?
I feel like so many opportunities in music that I have no honest choice but to take it big. I pretty much have my whole career mapped out. It's really just as soon as I get out of school, everything's pretty much gonna start taking off like I want to see it go. I take it as far as I possibly can. I want to reach people with my music. I want people to hear my life. I want people to hear my experiences. I want to influence people. I want people to be sitting here in the radio, and when they ask who you influenced by, I want them to say my name. So that's pretty much it.
Impact.
I really commend you for actually going through school, getting your education, and then pursuing your degree, or it's your career, I should say, because it's good to have a degree to fall back on. A lot of people just go out hungry and they always starve, so I commend you for that. Next question. Describe the struggle of a student who is an independent artist trying to get their music heard and into the right hands of the right people.
Well, being a student and trying to pursue music full time is it's pretty difficult. Music is something that deserves your 100% effort and your dedication, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're in school trying to maintain a decent GPA and grades. Like for example, sometimes I might have the essay due and I have to write the essay, and I want to do a song, but I might not have the energy to complete that. For example, last night I'm sleeping at 4 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm hearing the radio and I'm dead tired.
Dedication.
I'm so I need a 5-hour energy shot. This is what I do, and I feel like when I get out of school, I have a work ethic that's pretty much that can take me to a whole nother level as far as the artist. That's pretty much it. Multitasking, being able to handle everything. You need that as an artist.
True. I feel it. Love the discipline. Now, what sets you apart from other artists? What makes Royel Urban Royel?
Besides the fact that y'all all rap.
You know, what makes me want to go out and say, ooh, I like that CD? What sets you apart?
Legendary status.
From other artists, I'm fearless. That's what sets me apart. What I mean by fearless is I'm not afraid to try different things. I might try to sing on a track. I might write a pop song. You know, heck, one day I might write a country song. I really don't care.
Hey.
You know, I feel like as an artist, there's no such thing as being scared. You must try something, and you're gonna have your critics who might not agree with it at first, but once you develop and become strong in that talent, people will respect you. That's why I respect artists like Kanye West who do such things. So that's pretty much it. I'm fearless.
I like that response. Now, can you explain the process of growth as an artist, and how would you describe yours?
To answer that question, you first must realize that there are two types of artists. There are artists who just do music, and there are artists who want to take it to a whole nother level. There's nothing wrong with being either one. An artist who basically just wants to, who's just an artist, is a person who just might write music every now and then. They might just sit in a room and might let people hear a couple of music. An artist who wants to take it to another level is one who pursues and goes through the struggle of actually and the failures to become something big within this industry. My growth as an artist, basically coming up here in the campus, I would do open mics. You know, I would hop on a couple of people's songs, basically just to let people know I do what I do and I'm serious about what I do. And the more serious you are about your own craft, the more serious people will take you and respect your gift. So it's been a hard struggle up here for me. I dropped my first mixtape when I first came up here, when I was about a freshman. It was actually accidental. It wasn't even supposed to leak up here, but it did. So it's kind of a struggle when people feel like, you know, they don't give you a chance at first because they think that's, you know, that's all you can do. But you have to prove yourself. So I kept working until people respected the gift, and that's where I'm at now. And I just keep doing shows until I'm out of school and I can take on bigger audiences and bigger fan base.
There's a lot of misconception about the name, right? People know you as Noise, right? Or Royel, aka Noise. You recently changed your name to Royel Urban. Right. A lot of people are like, what? Urban? Like, what? Why he changed his name? What is he doing? What happened to Noise? Like, what is he doing? Right. Can you clear this up for people why you changed your name?
I know I said that.
Why you changed your name to Royel Urban? Just enlighten the people why this name change took place and why it had to.
Alright. Well, number one, you can't change your name if that's the name you were born with. As far as Noise, that was actually just a name I would use back home that I would go by. Most people recognize me as that. The name change was going to happen. That was already planned. I just wanted people to recognize that Noise is Royel and realize the same person. For those who didn't know my name was Royel and just knew me as Noise, I wanted them to see, you know, Royel is Noise. That's why I went by Noise, aka for a little while, and then eventually I was going to switch it to Royel. I tagged the Urban on it because if you know what an urban setting is a melting pot of different styles, different cultures, different races, different sounds of music. That represents me as an artist. So it's pretty much just an illustration of me and the type of music I do. It's just my style. That's Royel Urban. Eventually you'll come to appreciate it as you see more of me and hear more of my music.
Definitely.
But those is just, I don't know, just wait and see.
Love that marketing skill.
There you go. Better said than done, people. Alright, 10 years from now, as an artist, from an artist perspective such as yourself,
right?
10 years from now, where do you see the rap game? Hip-hop, R&B, where do you see our generation of music 10 years from now, from your perspective?
Okay. 10 years from now, the game will be where it was 10 years ago. Music repeats itself, you know, much like history. The reason for that is because artists like myself are so influenced by music from a couple years ago that we tend to try to emulate it and do as much justice as we can. So therefore that sound that was out a couple years ago is probably going to come back around. You know, like artists like J. Cole, that's kind of like a Reasonable Doubt, Hove sound if you pretty much study your music. So 10 years from now, the game will be 10 years, basically where it was before.
Like that prophecy, I hope so too.
Alright, Sigmund, you like that? Okay, a little debatable. People probably disagree with you, but
it's all good.
It's all about a man's opinion. Alright, singing or rapping? What do you like? What do you enjoy doing best? Singing or rapping?
They're pretty much equal.
Equal.
Music is a medium. It's how you speak to people. My experiences are the same, so some people might not like hip hop, you know. So therefore, I might sing to them. A young lady might not want to hear somebody, you know, going crazy on the track. She might just want something to soothe her while she's going to sleep. So I might sing to her, but therefore the message is still the same. So that's I guess the medium I would like to reach you, whether it be singing or hip hop. You know, it's kind of just even. You know, I do whatever.
All right.
Whatever I feel.
50-50 right there. All right. Any future projects? Any coming up? CDs, events, performances. Just go ahead and plug whatever you want. What's coming up for Royel Urban?
You can check me out at the Spring Jam. I should be performing. I think that's with the Dream Team. Then my next project is a mixtape coming out. Look for it. DJ Muda, I got you, bro. So that's a little hint on what's going on. But DJ Muda, I got you, bro.
All right. There you have it, people. Where can the people find you? At Twitter, you got Facebook. Where can people get in contact with you to check out your music and all that good stuff?
You can check me out at twitter.com. Follow me at Royel Urban. Just got me a little Twitter, so you can check me out on there. You can follow me on Facebook, same thing, Royel Urban, facebook.com/Royel Urban. Check out my music at myspace.com/SayNoise. That's pretty much it. Look out for me.
All right. We'd like to thank Royel Urban for rocking with us this morning.
Y'all got a good one.
And also want to give a special thanks to our listeners. Make sure to hit us up on Twitter at WURS_Powerhouse to give comments to the question of the day, address the battle of the sexes, or just to show us love. Once again, this your girl Sick Wit J Brody, and if you like it, we love it. About to rock it out until MJ with AJ graces to the studio, but until then, this is the Powerhouse on Live 97.5 WURS, and now we have Royel to bring us out with the green light.
Royel Urban, everybody.
Yo, we just finished the show, finished my little interview, you know what I'm saying, down WURS, you know, 97.5 with Sick Wit, you know what I'm saying? Sick Wit. You know, Jay Brody, holding the camera, you know, Philly's finest.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a pretty good show. I gotta go to class now, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired as heck.
Scholar.
Had a long night, so, you know, if I sound kind of drowsy, that's why. But check me out. Mad love to, you know, the radio that looked out for me, WURS 97.5.
Woo!
Out.